So I've always wanted pet jellyfish, and today this big box showed up at my door, and it has a tank for my jellyfish, so I'm gonna open it up and show you guys what's included inside. This came from the Czech Republic, I believe. They like wrapped it in a lot of garbage bags, maybe? Ooh. This, I'm assuming, is the tank that we got. They give you some things to test the nitrate level of your tank and the water. And then they give you some salt and a refractometer, a brush to clean it. And I'm assuming the plug is not American because they gave me an adapter, which is kind of cool. So this is the tank, and we're gonna do a little bit of an unboxing to see what it looks like. I have not seen it yet. So let's open it up. There we go. And there it is. Looks cool. Oh my God. This has a lot of fluffings. They really put this in here good. And this is the tank. Okay, so we're gonna take this off. This is the lid. Oh, what is this for? So now we're gonna take all this stuff out. This is all the directions and stuff. It's in like Chinese, so I'm not really sure how we're gonna read that. Well, there's that. We got another brush, and then I'm guessing these things have something to do with the filtration, but we'll figure that out later, whatever these things do. And then we got this thing that I think is for the pump, our remote to control the lights, and they gave us whatever this stuff is. All right, guys, so now we're gonna bring in my friend that's an aquatic specialist who works with a lot of marine life and as well as alligators and other creatures. So he's gonna help us out. His name's Freddie. Frederick. It's Frederick. So, Freddie, what should we start with this whole thing? Do we have to like rinse it out?
Yes.
And, okay.
Step one is always to clean everything. You're gonna take apart as many pieces as you can, run it under fresh water, just to make sure everything is nice and clean and there's no chemical residue on anything. These are called bioballs. And this holds all the beneficial bacteria for the filtration and helps keep all the water clear. Just in case y'all are wondering, the reason why I'm doing this with tap water is because we have a well here, so we don't have any like chlorine or anything in the water, so we don't have to treat it. And then this is just a filter sponge that goes on top.
Rinse that one or no?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, guys, so now we are going to make the water for the jellyfish. There is kind of an exact science, but the easiest way is to get you a big mixer, something big you can mix the water in. Pour about 1 gallon in of distilled water. Distilled is always the best, or reverse osmosis. So here is 1 gallon. Then we have the salt here that they sent us. So we're going to pour in a little bit at a time until we get the specific gravity that we like. With most marine life, including jellyfish, we need a salinity gravity of about 1.02. So I'm gonna dump a little bit in. And if you dump too much in and then it's a little too salty, that's easy to fix. You just pour more water. So when you're stirring, David, just make sure you get where you see no salt at all. So we did get this to the correct salinity. So this is how you would mix your water normally. However, we know a little cheat. You can always go just to your local pet store like Petco, PetSmart, and you can actually buy pre-boxed water, ocean water. So this is straight from the ocean.
Very good.
5 gallons. That's perfect, has the perfect salinity, all the beneficial bacteria is there. However, this is a little bit more than 5 gallons. So we're gonna dump this in here and then we're just gonna top it off with the water that we just mixed, which is why we didn't mix the entire 5 gallons that this is.
Oh. Yeah.
Only had a little splash out, it's fine.
All right, guys, now I'm gonna use this sponge right here, and I'm just gonna get all the bubbles out from inside the tank. All right, guys, so we can feed jellyfish either live food or frozen food. The problem with giving them dried food or frozen food is that like it will like sit on the bottom of the tank and produce ammonia, and it can cause the jellyfish to die. So we're going to be giving them some live food, and apparently it's a process. So Freddie's gonna teach us how to make live food for jellyfish.
So since we had our boxed water for the tank here, we will be using the water that we mixed for them. So when you open it, you're gonna have all these different parts.
I'm guessing we use that as a spoon to pour it in.
Yeah, so this is the exact amount of eggs that you're gonna need for this to happen. This is really is just a scoop to get them out to feed, just make it easy to fish for them.
And then this opens up.
There's a little divider. This is kind of just like enrichment, I guess, for the brine shrimp. It's just to get them to move around and swim around in there. And then inside you have all your different chambers.
And then I saw somewhere that like this will be inside of here. And then the brine shrimp or something, do they swim to the light, which is in the middle?
Yes.
And then that's how you get them out or something like that?
Yep. So for y'all at home, inside here there is a fill line. You put that much water in.
Should I get a ladle?
It does have to be salt water. So if you wanted to buy the pre-boxed water and use it for this too, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah, so the food's refrigerated, so we're gonna be getting the brine shrimp out of the fridge. Apparently on the bottle it says it lasts 3 months-ish. So we're gonna try to get it out. It says 80% of them hatch. Okay, so I got it.
And then you're gonna spread it around the outside.
Like that?
Yep.
Oh wow, that is a lot.
Yep.
Do I dip it?
Yep, you're gonna take that and just stir it around.
Like going like this?
Yes.
Okay.
So on the lid here, on the side, there is an open and close thing. Just gonna make sure you put that, there's a little spout here, just make sure you put that on close.
Okay.
Because you want them to be attracted towards the light in the middle, not the light on the side. And then this, like I said, this is kind of like a ladle form, just kind of gather them. This just goes in the middle, just like that. And then you're gonna set this somewhere warm. So we have a spot right over here set for them that's right next to a window, and it's in a nice warm area in the kitchen, and make sure you have lots of light to it too.
And then this bottom thing has like a net or something and it catches it? Okay.
Like a drain, so it drains all the water out.
Okay.
And you just plop them in there with the jellyfish tank. And it's gonna take 24 to 48 hours-ish for them to hatch.
All right guys, so the day has finally come. The jellyfish have come in the mail. It has been about 10 days that the water has been circulating right now. So all the bacteria and everything is all set. So now we're gonna open it up and see what the jellyfish look like inside. So hopefully they did really good with the weather. It was kind of cold, but it looks like they insulate the jellyfish in a styrofoam container. So I think that will help a little bit. They really boxed this thing in good. And let's see what they look like inside. Hopefully they're not in bags and just gonna like pop out. What is this? This looks like it was a thing to keep them warmish. I can't tell if this is for warm or cold, but yeah, this was in it. So I guess it was something to keep the jellyfish more comfortable. And then, oh my gosh. That's so cool. Oh, wow. I'm really concerned because I think there's supposed to be 5 in here, so let's hope they're all survived and stuff. So apparently, guys, there's like the salt that actually ended up getting out of the water a little bit. So there's like this crystallized salt up here, but we're just gonna wipe that off with a paper towel. This is the jellyfish, and now it's time we're gonna acclimate them to their new tank. So first we're gonna take off the lid. So let's put this over here. And we're gonna have to take out some of this water because when we put the jellyfish inside the tank, the water is gonna overflow a bit. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna get just any plastic container and we're going to take water out of it. So I think this is like a turkey baster or whatever it's called. And we're just gonna take the water out and do it like this. So it looks like I'm gonna take out about 645 milliliters, which is about 32 ounces of water. And we're not gonna throw away this water, we're gonna keep using it. So once the jellyfish are acclimated, we're gonna pour this actually back into the tank. This is already to the right salinity, so the jellyfish will like the water. Now we're just going to store it in a different location. Now it's time to get the jellyfish out of here. So we're gonna cut the bag open because I don't want any accidents. These jellyfish actually can sting, but the only good thing is that it's such a mild sting that it doesn't really hurt humans. Oh my gosh, there's 6 jellyfish in here. I didn't even see them all, but there's 6 of them. There's literally 6 of them in here, that's crazy. And it looks like they've already eaten because you can see they have food in them. That was like a hidden surprise. I was not expecting that. So now we're gonna acclimate the jellyfish to the water. We're gonna put this in here like that. And all they're gonna do is they're gonna sit up here for 15 minutes now. I wanna make sure that we don't have any issues and the bag doesn't go under, so I'm gonna clamp it there. So now we wait 10 minutes for this and then we're all set. All right guys, so the timer just went off. So basically we just put them in for about 10 to 15 minutes-ish. And now we're gonna add some of the extra water that was inside the tank and we're gonna put it inside their bags, which is gonna help them acclimate to this. So we're just gonna do 1 squeeze. Now, while we're waiting for them to acclimate, we're just gonna make sure the inside of the tank is a little clean. So I'm just gonna go down here to the bottom to get out any dirt that I see. So we're gonna do this acclimation process 8 different times. So I just put the first one in, and now we're just gonna keep doing that every 3 minutes until we've done 8 times. And now it's time to do it again for our second time, and then set another 3-minute timer, and then we'll do it again. I slowly put it on the side of the bag just so it doesn't like shoot at any jellyfish, because sometimes if you squirt too much air into a jellyfish, it can tear their skin, so you gotta be very careful when you're doing this. So I make sure to put it on the bag or any of these sides so it doesn't accidentally hurt the jellyfish in any way. Now we're putting our last little bit of water in here. And after this, it is basically ready to put the jellyfish inside the tank. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this clip off right in here, and we're gonna slowly let the jellyfish go into the tank, which is the most exciting part in my opinion. So let's see how it works. So now I'm gonna help them by basically lifting one corner of the bag up, and hopefully they're gonna go out this way. I just gotta be very gentle. Let's let them all go. We got them all in. Over the last few days, we've been growing baby brine shrimp, which is gonna be fed to the jellyfish. So I've never done this before, so this is gonna be a little trial and error. Those are all the shrimps going into the water. Jellyfish are catching them. And right now, what's happening is the jellyfish are actually hunting for their real food. As you can tell, they're going around and they're going like this. And as they're going around like this, there's live shrimps like swimming around in here, and then it's just grabbing it. So I see the live shrimp just spinning around, like they're all swimming in here, and the water is actually making the flow go like this. So the jellyfish don't even know that they're not in the ocean. It's just constantly spinning and rotating like this, and they eat as much as or as little as they want. As you can tell on the bottom of their bodies, you'll start to see it clump up with food. It will be like this brown thing, and the brown that's in there is actually them starting to digest the food, and as it goes into their stomachs, that's them eating. So the cool thing about jellyfish is that you can see when they're eating. The ones down here are eating a lot, as you can tell, because there's a lot of shrimp down at the bottom. So they're just swimming around, and it's turning out really good. I've never done this before. Now we're gonna put this back on the top. Make sure the jellyfish don't get out, even though that's not possible. If you guys want to pet jellyfish like this, make sure to visit Pet Jellyfish US. They have a whole selection of different varieties of jellyfish, different tanks and everything. They'll find one that fits your needs. Make sure to subscribe below if you guys have not already. I'm gonna be giving you guys weekly or monthly updates on these jellyfish so you can watch them grow. They actually get to about 3 to 5 inches in length, so they're gonna be giant cannonball jellyfish. So these are really good first pets if you guys have not owned a jellyfish before. They only live for about 8 to 12 months, and then you can of course get more. Make sure to go and check them out, and make sure to hit that like button if you guys haven't already, and let me know what you guys want to see me do next.